Welcome to part 3 of this Best of Dorian Yates series. Today's matchup features 1996 versus 1997. I have no high expectations for either of these 2 years. 96 noted for being a fairly good Dorian, but there's definitely other years that are going to overshadow that year. But I must say, 1997 looks a little bit larger. If I would have to guess here, I would say the heaviest Dorian Yates between these 2 years is by far 1997. Look at the distension in the waistline. 96, pretty tight waist actually for Dorian Yates. The lats appear to be massive in 97. Now I know everybody is always picking on 97 because of the torn bicep and even tricep, I believe. But come on, give the devil his due. Look at those lats. Massive. But still, 96 takes a point. Here's where things get rather interesting. This front double bicep pose is among the worst of any Mr. Olympia champion of all time. Look at that left bicep and even the tricep. I'd say it looks worse than 96, but my soul. Look at his elbow. There's something definitely going on there. Some sort of calcium deposit or just some sort of fluid built up. His elbow and just the whole arm. What a car crash. Now, in my opinion, he should be deducted several points for this. In the comparison with any other front double bicep, I'm sure Dorian ranked right at the bottom underneath the lowest ranking man at this event. So really, does he deserve to win the title, even if he did win all the other poses? Which is probably impossible. But anyway, I don't want to get into that 97 debate now. 96 looks terrible as well. Definitely a tighter waist though. 96 gets a point. This matchup is very academic. There's just no way 1997, even if he was dominating from all the back shots, there's just no way that he's going to win this matchup. The distension in the waistline is just so evident that it's not even funny. 1996, a very good Dorian Yates, aside from that bicep thing. Now, certain people, they just count that as just 1 point gone from the front double bicep. But when your aesthetics are down so far in that major pose, a lot of people would never, ever give him the title. But it's a definite debate, and that bicep hurt him a lot. 1996 is clearly the winner between these 2 years. Now, let's have a look at the backs. And even at this angle, 1996 is the clear winner. The traps appear to be much more defined and three-dimensional. That's not a head-on angle here, so you can't really compare the width of the lats. Although the 97 lats are definitely not to be messed around with. I am a firm believer that Dorian Yates' back continued to improve up until 96, it appears. 96, a slight edge here. Of course, the conditioning is far better. Either way, there's just no way 1997 is better than 1996. Even in this Christmas tree pose, it's evident to me that 96 is the clear winner. That back is very impressive. Of the 1996 Dorian Yates, look at the size of the traps, much bigger. And the lat insertions, they're thick, very three-dimensional, much more defined. I will say the glutes actually look maybe a little bit better in 97 here. Probably the timing. Who knows? Either way, 96 is one fantastic Dorian Yates. And I know we might be beating a dead horse with this matchup, because 1996 is going to take the victory, but we're here. Why not do some more comparisons? The traps this time actually look pretty good on 97 in the high end. Of course, you look at the middle of the back and how thick and three-dimensional those traps are of 96. Not only that, but definitely a defined lower lat insertion there that you just don't see in 97. But I must say, for all the bad talk that 97 gets, this is still one of the best backs of all time, for sure. And it's definitely plain for me to see in the rear double bicep that the lower lat insertions are much more defined in 96. Now, the top of the traps, that might be a little bit better in 97. Who knows? That poor bicep and tricep tear. That's a shame. We never really got to see the best ever Dorian Yates, in my opinion. Of course, 1996 is definitely advancing on in this tournament. But before we go ahead and fill those brackets out, let's just reflect on this ab and thigh pose. This is the most dominant victory in this whole competition. Look at the difference of the waistlines. Wow, this looks more than a year difference for sure. One of the worst ab and thighs, and I must say, in retrospect, 1996 possesses perhaps the best ab and thigh of Dorian. What a good version! Don't sleep on 1996, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, it goes without saying, 1996 advances on in this tournament. And it's going to be a good little matchup between 95 and 96. Probably the most competitive so far. But first, we have to have a look at the first of the second round matches. 1992 versus 1993. And in my mind, that sparks quite a debate. 92, a very aesthetic and lean version of Yates. And of course, 93, noted for being the best. So, one to look forward to for sure. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a good day.